This episode of Writing with Grace is sponsored by silliness. Haha! You've been pranked! There is actually a Writing with Grace video this week! Even though I told you that there wasn't. Things change. Get used to it. Have fun!
Writing with Grace, it's Writing with Grace, because I really don't want to write this whole thing by myself. It's Writing with Grace. Writing with me. My name is Grace.
Welcome to another episode of Writing with Grace. First of all, I have to say a huge thank you to all of you that have been super supportive of this new series and have participated in the most amazing way. And you exceeded expectations beyond measure. I am so thankful. Good job, you. Last week I asked you guys to write chapter 2 of Freak Week. You guys got your freak on and things got citrusy. More on that later. But before I tell you which submission I've chosen to continue our novella Freak Week, let's get into some silly statistics. Graphics. Wow. What a punch that packed. Here are some statistics that we've noticed from your submissions over the last week. The oldest person to submit chapter 2 of Freak Week was 56 years old. But I don't like to call them the oldest because I think that has a negative connotation. So I like to say they are the closest to that death kiss. Congratulations, you should be proud. At least 4 of your submissions
mentioned helium.
Glad to see you guys support a very specific part of the periodic table. We got over 250 submissions in total, which is more than 249. So thank you guys. And we got submissions from every single continent except Antarctica. What are you doing, penguins? I fought very hard so that every single continent could participate in Writing with Grace, and then you just chose not to. I'm just so disappointed in you, penguins. You have so many movies about how great you are, and I asked you for one favor. Moving on. Each week, in addition to announcing our choice chapter, I will be announcing some silly Writing with Grace awards in a segment I'm calling Silly Superlatives. So, the first award is for Best Dialogue. Let me consult my notes. Here it is. It's from Wattpad user Primogenita. The line is, quote, "Yeah, she's weird and that's coming from me and I listen to polka music to fall asleep," bellowed Marmee. Congratulations, Primogenita. I lolled at that line. Our next award is the Best Surprise. The award for Best Surprise Prize goes to Wattpad user Lizzie Robertson 1. She introduced us to the best character ever. Her Marmee character decided to keep one of the Shih Tzus that had fallen from the sky and named it Jeans. Congrats on the creation of Jeans. I loved it. Next! Best prompt responses. And we had 2 prompts. The first prompt was to describe Crush, the main character's crush in the novella. And the award goes to Wattpad user MXLLYYYY. Because why have any other username but that? MXLLYYYY's description of Crush is simply, Crush has grapefruit head. I've been told I have a meatloaf face. So maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much. I related to it. I did not see that coming. And the other prompt that we asked you guys for was to create day 2 of Freak Week, and that is what environmental disaster or change happens that changes our story, and the winner is Alex Fowler 8, who decided to create Freak Week day 2 as a key lime mime attack, meaning that the characters got chased by mimes throwing key lime pies at them, which I feel like, Alex, you've just had this in your subconscious for maybe years and you finally had an outlet to like put it into a piece of fiction. Who knows if this is fiction? This might have actually happened to you in your life, and if it did, I'm very sorry. And that brings us to our chapter choice for chapter 2 of Freak Week. Can I get a weak and well-intentioned drumroll, Diane? Were you trying to make it polka sounding?
My 2 hands aren't enough.
Our chapter choice is from Wattpad user Pseudonym for Me. They wrote a chapter called Musical Malaise. Wow, Brian, these graphics get better and better every week, I gotta tell you. I love this chapter so much, and if you guys haven't checked it out already, please check it out. Pseudonym for Me, your user photo on Wattpad is a dog, which I am so intrigued by, because what? And also, are you a dog that wrote this chapter? Because that's something I've dreamed about for a really long time, and I want to thank this series for making that possibly come true. If not, how dare you, false advertising. Anyway, your chapter was fantastic. Basically, the premise of this chapter is that on Freak Week Day 2, different genres of music start randomly playing in the air, as well as musical instruments sort of swell around and sheet music, and everyone's overt emotions are related to how they're actually affected by that music, if they're affected at all. So everyone starts to kind of get very emotional in different ways. I don't want to tell you every specific because I really want you to go over to Wattpad and read the chapter. I really think it's wonderful. It's got a lot of action in it. It's got a ton of dialogue, which is so fun and really fleshes out the characters and makes them not stereotypes, makes them actual characters. So, good job. Pseudonym for me describes Crush, our main Crush character, as someone with short blue hair, painted nails, a floral shirt, someone with confidence and kindness and charisma. Doesn't seem like a real person, but is kind of your optimum supreme real person. And the coolest part is, you can tell it's cool because my shoulders went up to my earlobes, is that Crush secretly is in love with Lace. What potential romantic plot lines could ensue? And one of my favorite parts of this whole chapter is that it left on such an engaging cliffhanger. And I quote, "Suddenly the doors whip open with a bang and a mysterious figure walks into the school." Quote, "Fun storm, eh?" Congrats, Pseudonym for me, for such an engaging and wonderful chapter, which brings us to the chapter prompts for chapter 3. Our two broad chapter prompts are that we want you in chapter 3 to create a villain. It can be one of the characters that already exists. It can be whatever that weird cliffhanger character is that we left on in chapter 2. It can be someone that doesn't exist yet. Just create a very tangible and real and defined villain. We want to use the villain to create number 2, the mission that our characters have to complete throughout Freak Week. We want to create some sort of task, some sort of journey that we can watch them either succeed or fail at. Uh-oh, here come the giggles. And then our very specific silly prompt for the week is that we want you to include this phrase somewhere, anywhere in your chapter 3. Don't you dare fluff that duck! Somewhere in your chapter. Please remember that the word count for your submissions is a maximum of 1,500 words. Also, make sure that you're posting with the hashtag Writing with Grace so we can find it easily when it's completely finished. Oh, now on to silly fan art. We've seen a lot of fan art already manifesting in this Writing with Grace ecosystem that we're building, and we encourage you to actually submit it to us formally. There's a Tumblr link down below that you can go check out and submit your fan art, and you will maybe get featured on one of these episodes. Whew! Wow! I feel like this series has really officially begun. This is so exciting, and you guys are amazing writers, and I'm not saying that in a silly way, I'm saying it in a sincere way. Thank you so much. I hope you're excited to continue submitting your creative pieces of art. Make sure that you check out Chapter 2 of Freak Week on our Wattpad profile, wattpad.com/writingwith. And don't forget that your writing deadline for Chapter 3 is Sunday night. Thank you guys again for your submissions. So great. Proud of you. Keep on being silly. I don't know if I got all the correct information in this video. I hope so.